Guimarães to Arsenal, Rodri to Barca, Torres to PSG. Big moves, big news. Let's go. Hello guys, Bruno Guimarães officially joins Arsenal from Newcastle for £75 million, and Mikel Arteta finally has his man. Barcelona are preparing a new bid for Rodri, and the Spanish midfielder has told Manchester City he only wants one club. Ferran Torres has agreed personal terms with PSG, dealing Barcelona another blow just days after their World Cup triumph. And the football world mourns today. Lionel Messi's father, Jorge, has passed away at the age of 68. If you're enjoying this kind of breakdown, drop a like. It genuinely helps us keep this format going. It's time to dive into the latest football news. It's official. Bruno Guimarães has joined Arsenal from Newcastle for a £75 million fee, signing a contract until June 2030 with an option for a further season. Arteta had been pushing for the Brazilian as his top midfield target for a long time, and now he's here. Barcelona are set to send a new bid for Rodri, and the midfielder has told Manchester City he only wants to join the Catalan club. Barcelona have zero doubts internally. They see the deal as a matter of time and are working on the final fee. Paris Saint-Germain have agreed all personal terms with Ferran Torres. The World Cup final goal scorer informed Barcelona of his desire to join PSG, and negotiations between the two clubs over a transfer fee are now underway. Barcelona are not forcing him to stay. Lionel Messi's father, Jorge Messi, has passed away at the age of 68. The news was confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and by Club Atlético Newell's Old Boys in Argentina. Our thoughts are with Lionel and the entire Messi family at this very difficult time. Liverpool have reportedly agreed a season-long loan deal for Barcelona captain Ronald Araújo, with a €55 million purchase option included. The Uruguayan defender was seen leaving Barcelona's training facility on Saturday, signing autographs for fans as he said his goodbyes. Mohamed Salah has arrived in Trabzonspor as a hero after signing on a free transfer following 9 seasons at Liverpool. The mayor of Irakli, a town in the Trabzon province, welcomed him by offering a donation of land in the city. Vinicius Jr.'s contract extension with Real Madrid was resolved at surprising speed after months of stalled negotiations. According to Mundo Deportivo, a key figure behind the scenes was instrumental in breaking the deadlock and getting the deal over the line quickly. Enzo Maresca is shaping his Manchester City side following the departure of Pep Guardiola, and one of his key decisions involves the team's captaincy. The Italian coach is carefully weighing his options ahead of Rodri's imminent exit. Ruben Dias is reportedly being considered for the captain's armband at Manchester City next season, though sources close to the process say a final decision has not yet been made. Chelsea are reportedly preparing a significant squad overhaul this summer. Enzo Fernandez, Nicholas Jackson, and Liam Delap are among the high-profile names whose futures are being assessed, as the club looks to generate space and funds from a bloated roster. Joao Pedro has hit the ground running for Chelsea this preseason, scoring 5 goals including a brace against AC Milan. The Brazilian striker is making a strong case for a starting role as the new season approaches. Carlo Ancelotti's decision to leave Joao Pedro out of Brazil's World Cup squad in favor of Igor Thiago has raised eyebrows, especially given the striker's impressive preseason form at club level. With Ronald Araújo heading to Liverpool on loan, Barcelona are already looking at potential replacements. According to reports, sporting director Deco is looking into a deal for Aymeric Laporte to fill the void left by the departing captain. Atletico Madrid and River Plate have reached an official agreement for the transfer of Thiago Almada. The Argentine midfielder will travel to Buenos Aires to join the squad of the so-called Millonarios. Nick Woltemade has sent a message to Newcastle fans following Bruno Guimarães' confirmed departure to Arsenal. The German forward, who joined Newcastle this summer, appears to be stepping up as one of the club's new key figures. Sami Khedira has arrived at Real Madrid with a deep focus on leadership, having completed university studies in the subject. According to Diario AS, Khedira is not just a link between the coaching staff and the players, he is much more than that, and is already highly respected throughout the club. The official FIFA World Cup account is celebrating the legacy of James Rodriguez, who delivered 6 goals and 2 assists during the 2014 tournament, a campaign that remains one of the most memorable individual performances in World Cup history. A report has emerged alleging that FIFA president Gianni Infantino had an extramarital relationship with a junior UEFA employee while serving as UEFA General Secretary. During the alleged relationship, she reportedly received a management promotion and a 30% salary increase. Infantino has not publicly responded to the claims. Ferran Torres, who scored the only goal in the World Cup final for Spain, has agreed to a 5-year contract with Paris Saint-Germain. Negotiations between PSG and Barcelona over the transfer fee are now ongoing, according to L'Equipe. Xabi Alonso's Chelsea put on a dominant display in preseason, beating Ruben Amorim's side 3-0. Joao Pedro scored twice and Moises Caicedo added a stunning third, continuing Amorim's winless preseason run. Manchester United have named their starting 11 to face Paris Saint-Germain in preseason. The lineup includes Heaton in goal with Mazraoui, Maguire, Shaw, Mount, Amad Diallo, and Brian Mbeumo all featuring. Declan Rice sent Bruno Guimarães a personal message before the transfer was finalized. "Come here and please no more fights, now we're friends." Guimarães said he was happy to receive it. The two were fierce Premier League rivals before becoming Arsenal teammates. It is done. Bruno Guimarães has officially joined Arsenal from Newcastle United for a fee of £75 million, approximately $95 million, signing a contract through June 2030 with an option for an additional season. Mikel Arteta had identified the Brazilian as his singular top target for the midfield, and after months of pursuit, the deal is complete. Guimarães arrived at Newcastle in January 2022 and became one of the most influential midfielders in the Premier League. He described the decision to leave as one of the toughest of his life, writing in his farewell message, "I fell in love with this place. I really mean that." He credited the supporters, his teammates, and the club's staff for making him and his family feel at home. He also praised incoming Newcastle manager Matthias Gisel, saying he leaves knowing the club is in very good hands. At Arsenal, Guimarães steps into a midfield already stacked with quality. Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, Mikel Merino, Miles Lewis-Skelly, and Martin Zubimendi are all at the club. Yet Arteta wanted more, and the Brazilian's combination of physicality, passing range, and leadership is precisely what he sought. Guimarães himself called Arsenal's midfield one of the best in Europe and declared, "I want to win trophies, I want to make history, and I think I'm in the right place to do it." He will wear the number 39 at Arsenal, the same number he wore at Newcastle and previously at Atlético Paranaense, a figure inspired by his father's taxi number. It is a small detail that speaks to the personal meaning behind the shirt. For Newcastle, the challenge now is replacing a player who was central to everything they built in recent years. And Nick Woltemade has already sent a message to supporters, signaling his readiness to step up. Barcelona are preparing to submit a new bid for Rodri, and the Spanish midfielder has made his intentions crystal clear. He has told Manchester City that he only wants to join Barcelona. According to Fabrizio Romano, the Catalan club have zero internal doubts. They see the transfer as a matter of time and are focused solely on finalizing the fee. The context here is significant. Rodri, who won the Ballon d'Or and was central to Manchester City's dominant era under Pep Guardiola, now finds himself at the start of a new chapter. Guardiola has left the club, replaced by Enzo Maresca, who is now making his own decisions, including who will wear the captain's armband in Rodri's absence. Ruben Dias is reportedly in the frame for that role, though no final decision has been made. For Barcelona, signing Rodri would be a statement of intent. The La Liga champions are already dealing with the departures of Ronald Araújo on loan to Liverpool and the potential exit of Ferran Torres to PSG. Adding the reigning Ballon d'Or winner to their squad would signal that they are not in a period of transition. They are building for dominance. The final fee remains the only outstanding question. Barcelona are working on it, and with the player's desire firmly established, the expectation is that this transfer will be completed. Watch this space. This could be the defining move of the summer window. Barcelona's summer is getting more complicated by the hour. Ferran Torres, the man who scored the only goal in the World Cup final to give Spain the title, has agreed personal terms with Paris Saint-Germain on a 5-year contract. He has informed Barcelona of his desire to join the PSG project, and negotiations between the two clubs over a transfer fee are now underway. Barcelona are not standing in his way. Torres had been at Barcelona since January 2022, arriving from Manchester City. His time at the club was inconsistent, flashes of quality mixed with stretches out of the team, but his World Cup final goal will define his legacy in Spain. PSG accelerated their pursuit this week, with Mateo Moretto reporting that the French club wanted to push the deal through quickly. For PSG, this is a statement signing. The World Cup final scorer, a Spanish international with pace and versatility across the front line, fits the profile of a player they want to build around. For Barcelona, it is another departure to absorb, following Araujo's loan exit to Liverpool and the imminent loss of Rodri to a potential transfer. The The fee between the clubs is still being negotiated, so the deal is not yet fully complete. But with personal terms agreed and Barcelona not blocking the move, the direction of travel is clear. Ferran Torres is heading to Paris. The football world is mourning today. Jorge Messi, the father of Lionel Messi, has passed away at the age of 68. The news was confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and by Club Atlético Newell's Old Boys in Argentina, the club where Lionel first played as a child. Jorge passed away in a sanatorium in the city of Rosario, Argentina. Behind one of the greatest careers football has ever seen was a father whose belief, sacrifice, and commitment helped make it all possible. In the year 2000, when a 13-year-old Lionel Messi was invited to Barcelona for a trial, it was Jorge who made the journey from Rosario to Spain with his son. The family could not afford Lionel's growth hormone treatment in Argentina, and Jorge's worked closely with Barcelona to reach an agreement that covered the medical costs essential for his son's development. He made the difficult decision to leave behind his home and much of his life in Argentina, so Lionel could focus entirely on football in a new country. As Messi's career progressed, Jorge became his representative, managing his affairs while remaining a constant presence at every stage of the journey. From those early days at La Masia to the World Cup triumph in Qatar in 2022, Jorge was always there. He was not just a father, he was a partner in one of sport's most extraordinary stories. Our thoughts are with Lionel, his family, and everyone who loved Jorge Messi. Rest in peace. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting football news. Stay tuned for our next video. Until then, take care and see you soon.